Hiya, I just thought I'd check in to let you know that I haven't conked out just yet, still bumbling along. Um, I did up my NDT to 3 grains, that is the Thyroid S. That's it, Thyroid S. My memory's been really bad recently, and today I couldn't even, I called fog moss. That's basically my day today. I was working with people, and all day I've struggled. It's pretty bad really. But anyway, yeah, so that was of the Thyroid S, and I've got to say I'm not feeling that great. Now, it could just be that, obviously it's like a jigsaw of stuff, isn't it? So it might just be that other levels still aren't great. I have been good, by the way. I've been taking my, what are they called? Supplements, really well. I've like for the past month. So yeah, kicked myself into gear with those. It has helped though, this watch that I bought, was it in the summer? Actually, I did say I was going to talk about it and never did I? That links up to your phone, so you can set it to for the alarm to go off at different times, and you can have lots of alarms. My other watch only had the capacity for one alarm, and plus this vibrates, it doesn't beep, so it's quite discreet as well. If when you're in work or around other people, you don't want them to know that you're off to take some more tablets. What else was I going to say? So yeah, I've been taking the supplements and taking the 3 grains, but still feel. I know I haven't been well. I mean, I'm on week 9 of this cold virus, the doctor said, but there's nothing they can do. And I feel, I don't feel like I'm on death's door, but the cough, and as soon as you lay down, it feels like it's crushing your lungs, and you can't, you need to cough all the time. And in the morning, it's pretty bad. Energy is really quite low. I know I haven't helped myself. I don't help myself in the evening because I know I should get early nights. I go to bed really early. I go to bed about 8 o'clock, half 8. But I don't actually go to sleep or do stuff like, because, I work, got a family to look after, jobs to do, things like that. So the only time that is actually mine for me to do something that I enjoy to unwind is after 8 o'clock. And so I end up doing things, and instead of getting to 9 o'clock or even 10 o'clock and going, enough's enough, just go to sleep, I don't, and I'm still awake at like 12. So that really isn't going to help. So I'm going to be tired, aren't I? And also I don't drink enough water. But I'm going to give the Thyroid S another maybe a week or 2. If I still don't see any improvements, I am going to go back on the thyroid, just to see, because I felt really great on 3 grains of the thyroid, and then it all went pear-shaped, didn't it? And been playing catch up ever since, but I haven't actually caught up. I'm just hoping maybe that, well, hopefully the Thyroid S I'll feel fine with, and I won't need to change. Although I'm thinking, I've been reading that people who had been taking the Thyroid S and had been great on it from the beginning, the recent batches that they've been buying they've been feeling poorly again. So maybe they've tweaked or done something to the ingredients in it. I have no idea. So maybe if that's the case, maybe that's why it's not working very well for me, or maybe it just wouldn't have done anyway. So it's all trial and error, isn't it? So anyway, give it another week or 2 and then go back on the thyroid, and God, I hope to God that works. I just feel drained. And my skin is quite horrible as well. It's like I'm kind of like, is it? Another one coming out up here. Which I haven't really, thankfully, I haven't suffered with spots since I was a teenager, so it's great, isn't it? And it's always places you can see as well. It can't be in under your hair or somewhere, and I wouldn't even mind so much, if it was somewhere I could cover up, but no, it has to be on your chin, doesn't it? And I don't care, you know, even if you put makeup on, which I can't be bothered doing, as you can see. But even with makeup on, you can still see the bum, can't you, when people try and cover them, or it goes all dry and blech. So yeah, blech, that's how I'm feeling, just But do you know what I was thinking? I was sitting watching something with my little boy the other day, and the characters mentioned being bored, and it just suddenly occurred to me that I haven't felt bored in probably years. And I was thinking, wow, like, and it was like a bit of a strange thing to think of, not feeling bored. But I remember when I was much better, I was in better health and having quite a lot of energy. And so on the days where, if it was raining, or, you know, I had nothing to do, or, you know, we couldn't go out, or just those days where, you know, you've got itchy feet and energy but you don't know what to do, I would feel bored. But I've just realised I haven't felt bored for years, but I think I just haven't got the energy to feel bored at all, really. Because I'm happy to just sit and do nothing. And in fact, if I could get away with sitting and doing nothing for a couple of days, that would be amazing. I'd be quite happy. So yeah, and like, things have been, you know, I have been doing too much in the evening. Not doing too much as in physical things, but sitting, I promised my mum asked me quite a few times last year to look into her side of the family. She didn't know anything really. To be fair, I mean, she really didn't know much. You know, because she didn't ask questions and that. But I was a bit shocked when, after 2 weeks of trying to find somebody she said was her mum, who, by the way, she grew up with and then nursed in her old age, gave me completely the wrong name. So I wasted two weeks looking for completely the wrong person. Then we found out what her mum's name was, because I'd asked, did she have any information? She was like, no, I haven't. And then she found some. But then I'd been saying I really do need a birth certificate. She didn't have that, because I wanted to confirm that I'd found the right grandparents for her as well. The day I phoned up to say that I'd ordered the certificate, she just very calmly and casually says, oh, I've got full sets of birth, marriage and deaths in the cupboard here, from your uncle. But she wasn't feeling well that day, so she didn't feel up to looking for them. I had to put the phone down, because I was like, I've asked about 6 times in the last 2 weeks alone, do you have any birth certificates or death certificates or anything like that? And you've said no. And now I've actually ordered one. It's like, you've got them in the cupboard. As it turns out though, I told my sister, so she went down today to look through the cupboards and stuff with my mum to see if she found anything. Because then that's right, so she said, no, I have got them. My sister goes down, but she finds the original stuff my mum had told me about the week before, which was just like a post-it note, and I think the certificates of registration for the birth certificate and the death certificate, which with the birth certificates it didn't show who her mum was or any addresses or anything. So she went down, she found they were just the same ones, but she did find, it is good news, but I wish I'd have found it the other week, a birth certificate. Was it a birth certificate for her grandma, I think it was. So it even shows, no it wasn't, it was a wedding certificate for her grandma, so it shows their parents, another generation back, so that's really good news. So my sister said she's going to photograph it and send it to me later on today, so I know what I'll be doing tonight. So yeah, so it's just been frustrating. It's as well, I found out that because I'd asked my mum, did her mum have any siblings? And she was like, no, there was just a baby that died at birth. And so then I found out that actually there were 4 children, 2 died and 2 were alive, and one was called Joseph. And so I said to Ananga and said, guess what? You had an uncle and his name was Joseph. And she went, oh yeah, Oh, Joey. Yeah, my mum used to talk about him all the time. I was thinking, but I asked and you said no. It's hard not to be cross because she is old and her memory's not that great. But honestly, yeah, I mean, there are other things that I could be doing. Although this is going to be good for me and it'll be good for William and my sister and the rest of the family, but didn't feel in the mood for doing it. But you know, I don't know, I've been putting it off, and then, I don't know, end of January, I just had a really horrible feeling about this year and just thought, she's getting old, she's finding things more difficult, finding things, you know, just more difficult getting around. And I thought, well, you know, we haven't got all, you know, we haven't got years, I don't think. You know, hopefully we have. But I thought, well, you know, I'll put it off and then I'll be sorry. So I thought I'll do it now if I can. I'll do as much as I can now so I can show her. And hopefully she'll be happy. Although she'll probably know, my mum, she'll look and go, oh, that's nice. Do you want a cup of tea? So, yeah. I think that's all I had to say right now. Yeah, just basically still no energy. Up the tablets, not feeling much different, and being busy. Oh, another thing I've been doing, I've been trying to make something for a friend that I haven't, she doesn't know. It's a surprise, but I've never done it before, and so I'm using a really, really small hook and thinner yarn, and somehow, this is how unfit I am, I've pulled something in my thumb, and it doesn't hurt to touch, but it hurts if I bend it a certain way. I don't know which way it is, it's just every now and again I'll go to do something and it really hurts. I wake up in the morning and I can hardly move it, and it's sticking out at a weird angle, and I have to like click it back in, and sometimes it just waggles about on its own. So I haven't been to the doctors because they've been really busy. You know, the hospitals and the GPs are having to see a lot more people, so just didn't want to bother anybody. But I'm sure it'll be better. If it's not better in like a couple of weeks, I might go and see somebody then and sort it out. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I hope you're all okay. Feel free to post in the comments. Like I've said before, it's nice for others to see how you're doing as well. That's it really. I'm gonna go. I'm starting to yabber on. Take care. See you soon. Bye.